Honorable Speaker, I want to thank you for the ruling. And truth be told, this is a house of order and procedure, and the standing orders have guided us on what we are supposed to do as a house, and we cannot break the law. Honorable Speaker, the mover has argued this case based on fundamental parts of the Constitution, especially Section 8 of the Leadership and Integrity Act, that requires an officer, I may paraphrase it, that the Leadership and Integrity Act, Section 8, requires a state officer who is holding the state office in public trust to exercise the responsibility and authority vested in that office in the best interest of Kenya. And then I ask myself a question, if indeed it is true, because we'll have an opportunity to hear from the Deputy Governor, that the Deputy Governor, using his office, solicited, received, and passed a bribe to one MD for Wasco. And then I'm begging a question and asking myself as a member of County Assembly for Masigi West, because I have two people who come from Kisii County, His Excellency Dr. Monda, who is the Deputy Governor, and one Dennis Mokaya, who is a young man from Nyaribari, who was asked for 800,000 to be able to get a job that either he was qualified for or not, that he as a Kenyan and a Kisii man who is from this area had a right to get, if indeed he was qualified. Then I'm asking myself a question, should I defend His Excellency the Deputy Governor, who has a flag, who is a Deputy Governor who gets a sum of more than 800,000 in a month, or defend an innocent soul, a young man who is fending for his family and looking for a job to be able to get income to also one day become a Deputy Governor or something else? And I have looked at the material evidence that has been supplied by the mover, and I'm asking myself a question that I have not voted yes. I went to my ward, which is Masigi West, in a place called Nyachenge, where I have an office. I listened to the people who voted for me. They have heard, they have seen from the radios and from the media and from this particular county assembly that the motion before us is to beat the Deputy Governor on account of gross misconduct, and especially a simple act of asking for a bribe. They have told me, if indeed the Deputy Governor does not convince me otherwise that he took the bribe, that I should vote for this motion to take him home. And I'm here today, and I know at the right time, the Deputy Governor or his lawyer will be able to have an opportunity to also explain his case. But then my biggest question as a person, after looking at the material evidence that was supplied, I'm asking myself a question. This is a young man who comes from Nyaribari. He approached together with the father or the mother, the Deputy Governor, for a job. I don't know who came first, but what I'm asking myself a question. The Deputy Governor, through his phone, that I know also and his name, transacted money between him and Dennis Mokaya. Dennis Mokaya sent to him money, and we have a statement showing that. And immediately after receiving the money, not more than 40 minutes apart, he sent the sum of 100,000 to one Lucy, who is the MD for Wasco. If the Deputy Governor is able to convince me as a member of County Assembly for Masigi West that indeed he did not receive money from Dennis Mokaya, and he did not, in a span of 40 minutes, transfer an amount of 100,000 to Lucy, then I will be able to vote no. But if he is not able to convince me, because today, as a person who also goes to church, who represents people of Masigi West, who in terms of voting, they are registered voters of up to amount of 14,000, and over 4,350 of them voted for me. They require me to uphold the Constitution because I swear by it when I joined this house. I am not here having any personal reasons as to why I need the Deputy Governor to go home. Actually, I need him to continue working with me. So that's why today, the biggest question for me that the Deputy Governor will be able to convince me at the end of this, before we vote, is why was he receiving money from a poor Kenyan, which was in the sum of up to 799,000? And why did he have to transfer that particular amount of money to Lucy? The moment he's able to connect those dots, then I'll be happy to be able to make a decision. But I want to ask that all of us this house, that we stand today to be counted. Let's not be swayed by who holds a bigger position than the other. We have a responsibility as leaders of Kisii County to stand by the truth. Extorts money from a poor Kenyan for purposes of enriching himself. When he already has a job, he has a job described in the constitution, which is a deputy governor, which is the second ranking position in this county. And then go ahead to get the whole sum of 800,000. I don't think that many Kisiis in this county can be able to raise a sum of 800,000 just to look for a job of a commercial manager in a certain organization. WASCO is a body that's under Kisii County. I believe that indeed, if the deputy governor for Kisii County took it upon himself, he was voted together with the governor. A lot of votes, 270-something thousand votes. These same Kenyans had aspirations, and they expected that the deputy governor and the governor's office in totality will stand firm and ensure poor Kenyans change their lives. Because as a county, we need one of our biggest issues is unemployment. It beats the knowledge that people in Masigi West today, they cannot have trust in the county where they elected a governor and a deputy governor, and they have to look for 800,000 or 500,000 for them to be able to get a job. It is our responsibility today, and I ask the House that as you consider this matter, if indeed through the material supplied by one wicked future, and I want to thank him, that indeed he has stood to what most people cannot do. It is not easy for you to defend the rights of these young men and women who are looking for jobs. I am a youth myself, and I do not expect that at my level, when I was looking for a job at the bank at the age of 35 or 31, that I would ask for a whole sum of 800,000. I want to ask this House as a deputy speaker and a member representing the people of Masigi West, that as you look through the evidence supplied, the material that are supplied to us, the motion of the mover, that you put the interest, your personal interest aside and work for the people of Kisii to analyze in this case. And indeed, with the deputy governor took unsolicited money from a poor Kenyan. The deputy governor is my personal friend, but Your Excellency, I will not defend you if indeed you took a bribe of 800,000 to assist a poor Kenyan who comes from your area. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, Honorable Iriani. Go on.